Hey everyone, I'm Dee. In this video, I'm going to tell you what the 10 highest crime rate cities in Alabama are. Needless to say, avoiding these cities could aid in your longevity. Unlike my Best Cities series, these are the cities in Alabama I would not consider moving or retiring to because they have a high crime and poverty rate. In case you're not aware, a high poverty rate goes hand in hand with a high crime rate, and unfortunately, Alabama has the 7th highest poverty rate in the U.S. at 14.9%. So basically, 15 out of 100 people living in Alabama live at or below poverty level and likely don't have enough food to eat in any given day. This is both shocking and incredibly sad. Sadder still, Alabama is one of only 5 states that hasn't adopted a state minimum wage law, so it adheres to the federal minimum wage of $7.25 an hour, which hasn't changed since 2009. So it doesn't take an expert to figure out that the low minimum wage plays into the high poverty level and in turn the crime rate. I think all the wonderful, hard-working residents of Alabama might want to start writing their congressmen about passing a minimum wage law. As for crime rate, Alabama ranks 3rd for highest murder rate in the U.S. with 355 homicides in 2022 per alabama.gov, and sadly, this is one of the ranking lists that you actually want to be 50th on. The violent crime rate in Alabama is 6 per 1,000, with the national average being 4 per 1,000. The property crime rate in Alabama is 25.9 per 1,000, but the national average is 19.3. There are many factors that play into any given state's crime rate, and as previously mentioned, the poverty rate is one factor. Unemployment, drug addiction, gang presence, and education are also factors. Then there's the fact that some people don't report crime to their local police. Sadly, when it comes to crime stats, if it wasn't reported, it didn't happen. I'm interested in knowing how many of you had a crime committed against you that you decided not to report to the authorities. I think it's more common than we're aware. Leave a comment below to let us know. The data for this video wasn't easy to come by. On January the 1st, 2021, the FBI's new reporting system called the National Incident-Based Reporting System, or NIBRS, went live. Due to multiple varying reports, I was unable to find a clear answer to why this scenario happened, but when this change was made, Alabama officials didn't submit their crime data correctly in the new reporting system. Due to Alabama's crime data not being submitted or being submitted incorrectly, Mobile was listed for a time as the 2nd most dangerous city in the U.S. However, Alabama officials worked with the FBI to correct their crime data, and Mobile was removed from the top 10 list. At this point, it's not even in the top 15. I have no idea what led to this, but I do know that I want to provide my viewers with the best data possible. Which brings me to my next point. Ranking lists are inherently flawed because they rely on local, county, state, tribal, and federal law enforcement agencies to voluntarily provide their crime data to the FBI. Then there's always the fact that different states and cities report their crime differently, which also affects the outcome. Cities also have the right to choose not to share their data. Additionally, sites like WalletHub, Forbes, and Neighborhood Scout all have their own varying way of determining the most dangerous city. One thing that really stood out to me during my research was that Neighborhood Scout showed twice as many murders in Alabama than any other site I researched. For that reason alone, I didn't factor any of their data into my conclusions for this video. So how did I determine my ranking list? I decided the most straightforward way to compile this list was to go with the number of crimes in each city. I did not factor in cost per crime like some sites do, but literally just counted the number of crimes committed as reported by that city's officials. I also did not exclude any cities based on their size. For that reason, I'm also going to provide you with each city's population. And here are the 10 most crime-ridden cities in Alabama, ranked from 10th to 1st. Number 10, Forkland, Alabama, population 757, located in west central Alabama, close to the Mississippi border. The crime index is 4,626. Number 9, Lanett, Alabama, population 6,455, located in east central Alabama on the Alabama-Georgia border. Crime index 4,744. Number 8, Summerdale, Alabama, population 1,076, located in the lower south and is part of the Mobile Bay area. Crime index 4,844. The 7th most crime-ridden city in Alabama is Douglas, population 990, located in north central Alabama. Crime index 5,163. Number 6, Birmingham, Alabama, population 211,705, located in central Alabama. Crime index 5,217. And the city with the 5th highest crime rate is Fairfield, Alabama, population 11,039. It's a suburb of Birmingham. Crime index 5,846. Number 4, Selma, Alabama, population 20,276. It's located in south central Alabama, close to Montgomery. Crime index 6,008. Number 3, Bessemer, Alabama, population 27,202. It's a suburb of Birmingham. Crime index 6,694. Number 2, Anniston, Alabama, population 22,749. It's located in northeast Alabama between Birmingham and the Georgia border. Crime index 6,833. And the city with the highest crime rate in Alabama is McIntosh, population 415, located in the southwest corner of Alabama near Mobile. Crime index 7,468. What do you think about a small town like McIntosh having the highest crime rate in the state of Alabama? Personally, I was a little surprised. Before I move on, I want to thank you for watching. It means a lot to me. If this information was helpful, please take a second to like, subscribe, and comment. Personally, I would love to hear if you think the crime in Alabama is as bad as the stats make it sound. A few words of advice to follow when visiting any city with a high crime rate. This does not just apply to Alabama, but any place that makes you feel unsafe. Since there's so much poverty in Alabama, it's smart to never flash valuables in public. Showing cash, wearing expensive jewelry, and using $800 phones can easily draw a criminal's attention and make you a target. It's best to keep these items out of sight when you're in a public place. Tip number 2, always be aware of your surroundings. If you have a bad feeling, turn around and go the other way. Never let your guard down, and always know a quick route out of an area that makes you feel uncomfortable. Tip number 3, stay away from protests. Protests are an American right, but they can turn violent instantly. If you see a large mob gathering, turn around and go the other way. All right, everyone, that's it for this video. As always, I appreciate your time. Peace, positivity, kindness.